Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome here to the Sports Talk Network, and specifically welcome here to some breaking NFL news in regards to the off-season, the start of the NFL new year that started the other day. A lot of NFL transactions, most being trades, some being actual signings. The Green Bay Packers ourselves got 3 defensive players, one from the Chicago Bears, Amos, free safety quarterback. But this one specifically talking about Le'Veon Bell, running back, former running back of the Pittsburgh Steelers, moving from Pittsburgh, going to New York, from the Steelers to the Jets, not the Giants. Now I know the Giants have been in the news with Odell Beckham Jr. being traded from the Giants to the Browns. This time they have a superstar player from Pittsburgh that having its issues, and he held out for the whole year, trying to get some more money, doing what he feels like he has to do. So he got his money, but did he really go to a team that he's going to benefit the most out of it? Did he go to a team where he thinks actually going to be going to the playoffs? I think in this case, Le'Veon Bell was just following the money and where he would get the most money, which would be with the Jets, and seeing how and waiting for maybe a lighter contract with a Super Bowl contending team. You know, he could have gotten signed with the Raiders, rejoined with Antonio Brown, and see where that goes. Go to the Cleveland Browns, which got Odell Beckham Jr. Maybe take a little bit less and go to Cleveland, but then Cleveland already has 2 great running backs. One that might be with a suspension. We'll see. But I think for this case, in this situation, it just seemed like Le'Veon Bell was looking more for money than actual Super Bowl chances. And for all the money to the Jets, fine. Now we'll really see what he's made of, and if he'll actually make it in New York and from there. So who knows? I mean, hopefully, but who knows? We'll have to see how it was. The Steelers pretty much being in their own rebuilding mode. You know, where they gonna go from here? We'll see. Hmm. 4-year deal with New York Jets has a max value of $61 million and includes $35 million guaranteed. So again, you're chasing money more so than chasing a Super Bowl ring and going to a team that playoff contender, Super Bowl contender, that you would have been their missing piece because you're that good of a running back, right? So, but you go to the Jets, which I guess has a more promising team, but or at least more promising than the Giants right now. Hmm. 4-year contract, $52.5 million. Not so much to talk about because I know with the trade in regards to Odell Beckham Jr. and the Giants, with the Giants and Browns, there's more to talk about because it's being a trade and that type of transaction. A whole different ball of wax to speak up with both teams here. It's just the Pittsburgh Steelers let him walk. Didn't want to deal with his crap anymore, for sure. And now he got to sign to any team. If he wanted to, he could be vengeful truly and sign with the Ravens, Browns, or Bengals. But, if any of those teams are going to show him the money, so to speak, but I suggest I did. All right. And also, what I was hearing, he also did say no to a big contract offer from the Steelers a while back. Not in the recent time, a while back when the Steelers were trying to actually keep him. Which is only funny now, just in the context of why would you want to keep him? No matter how good of a player he is, he was a high distraction to your franchise and kind of whining like a baby and being an ass clown in that sense. So it was him and Antonio Brown making the list of Steelers that the franchise needed to just let go of, no matter how good they are, no matter what their age is in their prime, not in their prime, whatever the twilight of their career or not. The mental headache of those players was even worse than their financial headache of those players, meaning their contracts and what they were owed and this and that being less of an issue or headache to management there at Pittsburgh than psychologically with how those players acted, whether on the field or off the field, in each of the players' cases, Antonio Brown and Le'Veon Bell. That's why, in regards to Antonio Brown, they wanted to trade, because they did feel, and you could tell they felt more value for Antonio than for Le'Veon. Or in Le'Veon, they just let him walk. And again, they didn't just let him walk because of the situation. They wanted to just, whatever, but because wide receivers are more commodity than a running back on a team. They just are. I mean, I know running backs are necessary, but I mean, even in fantasy football, and as fans, fantasy football, we draft running backs or draft quarterback and wide receivers before we draft running backs on our fantasy football team. While in real football, in the NFL, quarterback and wide receiver build a team around them. More so the quarterback, yes, but still build that team around them than the running back. That's why, unfortunately, it's not going to work out, no matter how good Saquon Barkley is. And he is very good and talented. The Giants aren't really going to be going anywhere of significance because they don't have that quarterback anymore. And Eli Manning, he's less of the Super Bowl champion that he was. Of that Eli Manning, he's still a Manning, so he's not terrible, but it's in at the end of his career. And I think it would be best for him to be retiring the next couple of seasons. But anyways, back to Le'Veon Bell. Congratulations, you earned your money. I wish you the best. And wondering, looking forward to seeing how everything turned out for you. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Share it, comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. And above all else, as always, enjoy the rest of your day and evening. Follow me on Twitter at Army_Strong_06, at Army_Strong_06, and at Talking_Packers, which is my NFL podcast that's linked here. My NFL podcast will be returning. Our Talking Packers with Steve will be returning the week of the NFL draft. So the first night of the draft is Thursday, April 25th, on my birthday. It's kind of cool. My every 4 years or so, usually every 4 years, the NFL draft night one is on my very birthday. So it's awesome. For this year, that to be the case. So yay me. But anyways, on that week, probably will be doing a Tuesday or Wednesday night first episode of the new season of Talking Packers with Steve with my NFL draft round 1 predictions along with Packer predictions for draft overall. But again, hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Check out in your area. Oh, jeez. Sorry. And above all else, as always, take care.